Okay, hi guys. Okay, so we should actually be live here on Facebook. We should be live, we should be live, we should be live. Okay, cool. Hi everybody. I haven't seen everybody on here for a little while. Now, here's the beauty about all of this is that I can't see your comments. So I'm literally like, okay, cool. Am I looking up here or am I looking down here? This is not the right way to start a live, but I'll tell you what, it's not the worst. Okay, so those of you here, right, those of you here who's watching me here on live here, I would love you to say hi. Like, I want to see you. I want to say hello to you. So I want you to say hi. I'm just so grateful you joining me here live. There's so many people that's actually connected with me this week, which has actually been really, really, really great. Hopefully you can see me looking up into the camera, because the camera has just been playing up all day and I've been doing lives like all day. But anyway, we are here, we are here, we are here. Okay, right, so I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this because I see so many women dating or going into the dating scene, and I know that COVID has been there, and I know all these different things is actually happening right now. But I see so many women dating emotionally unavailable men and expecting him to change, expecting him to be different, or you think that you're going to be able to change them. First thing first, right? What I want to say to everybody, if you're attracting a man who is emotionally unavailable, I am telling you, okay, 70% or at least 80 or 90%, I'm going to go in at 90, is because of you. Now, sometimes we can be really emotionally available, especially when it comes to families and relationships and all these different things. And we think we actually self-sabotage ourselves in some way, but we think that we're actually emotionally available for somebody, especially when it comes to relationship. But in actual fact, we're not. In actual fact, we are emotionally available for those who we consider very dear to us in terms of our lives, but we're only emotionally available to them to an extent. You see, if you've never really allowed yourself to really go that further in terms of a relationship, you're not able to actually see what are the benefits it is, A, to be in love, B, to feel loved, okay, and C, just to feel both of them and have an enlightened relationship in some ways. So if you're not giving yourself that, if you're not giving yourself the ability to basically do that, and then questioning yourself, why is it that I'm attracting emotionally unavailable men? Or why is it that I'm attracting men who has different people on the sides? Or why is it that I am attracting men who has nothing to offer me, but I still stay? I want you to question yourself, and I want you to actually understand that by dating somebody with the bare minimum, it says a lot about your character, it says a lot about you, it says a lot about what it is that you're absolutely doing and what it is that you're offering to yourself. Because the real question is that if you're not keen in some ways in terms of being emotionally available, all right, for certain things, you are going to attract people who's unavailable. And guess what? You're going to entertain certain things because you think in yourself, oh, I'm out dating and I'm doing all these different things and stuff like that, because you might be asked the question. But actually what you're doing is you're sacrificing your time, and you're also saying that your time and your energy is worthless because you're allowing it to be occupied by people who's just taking up your time with bare minimum assets. And then you want them to change, and then you want them to do all these wonderful things. But you can't get any of those different things if you're not changing it within yourself. So loads of women simply start to fantasize about a particular type of masculine and high power value man that they absolutely want. And they think that by going into these low level relationships, what they're actually doing is that allowing themselves to compromise with them. But you can't compromise two different fucking standards. So and this is not about being high or low or anything like that. This is not about doing that. And I'm not trying to encourage that in any way. What I'm basically saying to you as a relationships coach is that if you have a particular standards in terms of what it is that you obtain for yourself, and then you date somebody who's of lower standards in some ways, what you're actually automatically going to do is lower yours to meet that person, and that should never be. What should actually happen is that person either wants to get up to that and wants to do that themselves, but they don't want to be forced to basically do it, and you shouldn't have to force somebody to basically do that. But I see so many women going on relationships, going on dating, doing all of these different things, and so dating multiple different guys and expecting somebody to give them commitment, expecting somebody to be able to do all these different things. But why is it, sis? Why is it that you're doing all these different things, but you can't do it for yourself? You can't be emotionally available for yourself. You may be emotionally available for friendships, but it's only a part of you that's able to do that. But you want the fuller commitment. But how much commitment are you giving to that person? And that's the shit that you really need to think about. And sometimes, because it means that when you allow yourself to invest in somebody else so much more that you wouldn't even do to yourself, yeah, you're almost compromising your own standards, and you're compromising your own thing, what it is that you absolutely want in terms of dating somebody or attracting the right person. I see so many different people on their personal growth journey and doing all these different things and doing meditation and doing all these wonderful different things, you know, to get at peace with themselves. But actually what you're doing is you're getting at peace and you're creating a temporary fix right there and then. But how much of you are actually dealing with that issue? How many of you are actually doing the work and having action behind it? How many of you are talking the talk and walking the walk? That's the difference. And I always say it all the time, especially in business, that if you're expecting your business to really serve you, you need to think about what it is that you're doing to serve yourself. How are you serving your engine? But you can't serve your engine by dealing with bare minimum people who are just not going to add to it, not going to give you any value. Somebody should be adding to the relationship. And that's how it infuses, because the both of you should be actually looking to build one another. Now, remember, there's one thing, you know, and that's there's only ever one woman in a man's life, okay, who can be the one and only. And once a woman is a man's one and only, here's what happened. That's it for him. And she's everything to him. And here's the reason for the creation, especially when it comes to my program, when it comes to the Becoming Group program. This program, it gives you the 5 different secrets, but we talk about 4 different elements of how you need to absolutely get there. And it's really important that when we attract emotionally unavailable people, all right, the question that I get asked a lot is that you feel safer with emotional distance. Okay, but you feel at home with emotional distance, and so you're okay with it, okay? And with a man being emotionally unavailable, but it speaks straight to your emotional discomfort zone, because you are not tested enough in that relationship. And some women just don't, you know, do these different things because they're not willing to push themselves to basically do it as well. So what I'm saying is that to allow yourself to not be subjected to toxicities in terms of your relationship, in terms of attracting the same person all the time, or gaslighting yourself for some bullshit all the time. You need to check yourself as to why you're even allowing yourself to be in that situation in the first place. And you tolerate men who give you fucking crumbs. And if you consistently keep on doing that, you can't expect any change. You can't expect anyone to give you anything different when you're not giving it to yourself. Because you're going to start to feel really undeserving in terms of you're going to want more emotionally and you're not going to be able to get it. So I want to say that to you ladies, and I want to say it to everybody here on my live, that you can't give somebody something if you're not able to give it to yourself. If you're attracting emotionally unavailable men, you need to check yourself and what it is that you're doing. You know, you can't be fed with crumbs and ask for fucking steak. You know, that's my thing. So I want to wish you guys a happy Sunday, and I hope you have a wonderful day. If you're in this predicament and you'd love to book a one-to-one with me and talk this through and how you can actually get through this yourself, click the link below. Click the link above. I cannot wait to start working with you ladies. All right, take care everyone. Bye.